Welcome to my channel. I am Rose from Treasures by Rose, and this is just a tutorial, very simplified American crochet stitches from chain to treble crochet, but it's mainly just to help the beginners understand what all of the stitches are and their abbreviations that I will go ahead and also pop up on the screen. So when you're looking at other tutorials or reading patterns, you know what they mean. Because in the beginning, I sure didn't, but I just thought that I would go ahead and make this little stitch tutorial for you. Now, without further ado, we'll go ahead and get right in. Alrighty. So here I'm just using medium weight for yarn, and I'm using a 5.5 hook, which is just a little bit bigger than I would normally use with this, and that's just so that you can see the stitch definitions a little bit more clearly in this yarn. So starting with your slip knot, I usually loop around once and tuck a little loop in the hole, and then that's what I put my hook through and tighten it, and it works pretty well for me. I wrap my yarn a certain way when I am crocheting. That's just my style. Even the way of making the slip knot is just my style. Different people do it differently. I'm just going to show you how I do it. There is not a one size fits all with this, and everything starts with the chain. So we're going to start with a chain of 5, and what you do is yarn over, and then the term yarn over just means you're wrapping the yarn in one direction from the top around your hook. Now there is also yarn under, which I never do, and it's going the reverse, wrapping it around from the bottom around. I'm going to yarn over for all of this, and then you pull your hook through that initial slip knot. I usually tighten it and don't count this as a chain, that knot. I don't count it. So we're going to do 5 from here. 1 and 2, 3, 4, getting a little loose, aren't I? 5. All right, we're going to ignore how loose this chain is. This is my first time working with this yarn. I just thought it would be good for the purpose of the video because you can see the stitches very clearly. Now we're going to do one more chain that does not count as a stitch, and we're going to start with a single crochet, and you're going to skip this chain because that counts as your stitch. Well, it doesn't count as anything. It's just to create a divide between your initial row and your second row. So we're going to just stick it right in that loop there, yarn over, and pull it back out. And then we're going to yarn over again and pull through your 2 loops. And that's a single crochet. I'm going to go ahead and do it again for you. Go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through both. And we're going to do it for the rest of this row. Normally I would make an effort to make it a little bit tighter, but like I said, I also used a larger hook for the sake of seeing the stitches more clearly. Now, usually this is a bit of a smaller stitch, but it looks a little large just because of the hook I used. It is really great when you're going to make purses or garments that you want to have smaller holes. And we're going to we're going to chain 1. Excuse my words and inability to use them. And we're going to turn our work. This is as if we were making an actual piece, just to give the feel for that. It all starts with a chain. Anything you make generally does. And we are going to actually, I think I'm going to show you slip stitch. So with slip stitch, you go right into the loop and I'm doing the one away from me. This is more like if you were going to make ribbing. But if you're not going to make something like ribbing, you can go ahead and just slip stitch through both pieces and right here. So I'm going to do a little bit of this way to show you what that's like. And then once you go through the loop, you yarn over, pull it through, and you're just going to pull through your chain that you are hanging on to. So we're going to do that again. Go through the top little hole in your stitch here, yarn over, pull through, and pull through again. It is a very tight stitch that is great for bringing things together and connecting. However, you can make items entirely out of slip stitch if you wanted to. It is something that would take longer, but it would have a clean, tight fabric to it, or drape, I should say. We're going to go through the last one. This one is sneaky, and you might think you're done, but you're not. You got this last one, and that's with a lot of pieces I came to learn. It looks like it's done, but it's not. So we're going to pull through, and then that's the slip stitch. And now we're going to do what is called a half double crochet. So with starting a new row, always chaining one at least, and that does go for half double crochet. And we're going to yarn over prior to going into our stitch. And we're going to go ahead and go on this outer one. This is also how you would make ribbing. I can do a video going more in depth on how to make ribbing if you guys are interested in. And oh, I actually grabbed both. All right, now once we go in to our loop, both or just the far side, we are going to yarn over again and pull through. The key here is now we have 3 loops on our hook. Now for the half double crochet, we're going to yarn over again and pull through all 3. And repeat. Yarn over, go into our loop, and we're going to do back loop, yarn over, pull through, got 3, yarn over, pull through all 3. And we're going to do that for the rest of this row and working in the back loop only, which is how we would make ribbing. Now you can actually make ribbing with different stitches, so that is something I would go into when making that video for you guys. Alrighty, now we're going to chain 3 for our next row because we're doing double crochet and turn our work. That is how we always do. Now this actually has a nice look to it. Maybe I could do something like this for a summer top. We're going to basically do very much the same as we did with half double crochet, but with double crochet, it's just slightly different. So we're going to yarn over, and we're going to go ahead and go through both loops this time. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over again. It looks just about the same, but we're only pulling through 2 loops at a time. And then yarn over, pull through 2. Let's break that down a bit more. Yarn over, Well, wasn't that fun and enlightening? I tried. If there are more stitches that you would like to see, or if you would like some more elaborate ones that I could go over for you, definitely let me know in the comments below. And I will be having more tutorials coming out soon from different types of sweaters, and follow along with me as I make some of my own designs coming up for the spring and summer season. So with all that being said, thanks for watching. If you appreciate the tutorial, please give me a like and definitely subscribe to see more all things crochet content by me, Rose. Love you guys.